All right, so I wanted to talk about something here while we're in Saint-Tropez in the south of France, and it's really the best time that anyone should be feeling, celebration, achievement. We've been closing deals left, right, and center. And one thing you'll notice if you actually want to win in life is that winning shouldn't feel like anything. And that might sound a little bit odd at first when you hear, what shouldn't it be an achievement or something like that? And what I've come to realize is from my own life and everyone else that I've worked with in the past or got mentored from or mentored myself is that winning is something that one should be expected of you, but also two, when you focus way too hard on what you want, the goals you have, the things you want to buy, all those type of stuff, you put way too much importance on them. And then when you put too much importance on them, it stops you from actually getting it. And a key thing that you'll learn as you start to come up in business is you have to be detached from the outcome. If you've been in sales, before you hop on the call, you're just telling yourself, I don't need the sale. I've got plenty of pipeline. I've got tons of deals coming in. And the reason is when you know that there's coming, you're less stuck on that one thing, right? Say, for example, you have a trip before. You have multiple trips coming up. You're not really too stressed. You're just kind of excited because you got things going on. Same thing with relationships, same things with money and business. And for winning, what it really should feel like to you is something that's normal, that you're detached from the outcome. And that's the only way you're actually going to be able to get stuff that you want is by removing that almost excitement that you had for it initially. Because for me, when I first started, I had all these things that I wanted to buy, all these places that I wanted to go. And because I wanted them so bad, it actually became a barrier to me actually being able to get them. And what I realized is, as an example, I've been doing some consulting for some clients. In the last week alone, I haven't even marketed it. And this isn't to push on anything, but we've closed 12K in consulting in the last week on a monthly recurring basis. And I haven't even pushed it at all. But the reason that they've come to me obviously is through brand and people know what I do. But really for me, I already have a business that I run. I already make money from that business. I don't need to consult. In fact, the first person that came to me, it was just a favor for them. I was like, okay, well, just for the time alone, it's this much. And they came and was like, yeah, amazing, cool. And from that, it was referral, referral, referral. But the key thing was because I was so not attached to that, even though I would want to do that, that's how it came to be. And you'll find that's like a regular recurring theme through life is that when you're so focused on any one thing, you need to take a step back and detach yourself from actually having it. And it sounds a bit counterintuitive because you're so excited to have it. Once you get it, it doesn't feel that same type of doesn't fill you with that same type of excitement you once had, but it has to be able to achieve those type of things. One good example for this is if you watch any of the documentaries of Michael Jordan or Kobe, the number one thing that they hated more than anything was losing. It wasn't winning, it was not losing. And this sounds like what? Like obviously the greatest ever would want to be winning all the time. They only cared about winning. And yeah, that is true to an extent. But what they hated more than anything else was losing. And it was the drive not to lose that actually forced them to be great. And it's kind of switching that type of frame of when I want something, I want it so bad, I have to get that one thing. Or it's like, I don't need that. I'm going to get it anyway. That type of frame is going to fill you with much more confidence and stop you from stopping yourself from achieving the things that you want. So obviously a lot of you guys are here, you might be looking at the view or where we at or what I'm talking about. You might look at that and think, this is winning. And hopefully this opens up your eyes a little bit to the other side of how you have to think to kind of be in the situations. And I'm not even saying me myself is in whatever position that I want to be. Obviously I want to be way further ahead than I am, like anybody else. But hopefully this helps you kind of take that next step and detach a little bit from those outcomes so you can end up like places like this.